Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
The Monday Letters page discusses the appeal of Nintendo World Championships and speedrunning, as one reader laments the end of the Halo TV show. To join in with the discussions yourself, email gamecentral@metro.co.uk. The Three Pillars. The internet detective angle is getting pretty crazy with some fans, but I can't argue that the evidence for the Elder Scrolls 6 being set in Hammerfell is looking pretty definite. I haven't played anything other than Oblivion or Skyrim, so I have no opinion on it, but if it's got lots of diverse locations, that sounds good to me. Skyrim wasn't really the most varied place to visit, so I'd appreciate an improvement on that level. Beyond that, I'm not really sure what to expect from the new game, especially given Starfield didn't really manage to advance anything. Better first-person combat, for sure, but for me the thing that made Skyrim so impressive is the immersion, the customizability, and the detail and hidden areas of the world. Improving on these three pillars is the most important thing, in my opinion, not just compared to Skyrim, but everything that's come since. It still feels like Skyrim does some things better than much more recent games, but the question now is, can even Bethesda beat it? Jonah, the Nintendo curse. I definitely like the idea of a Zelda, Ocarina of Time remake for the launch of the Switch 2, but I feel like as soon as you make a prediction for Nintendo to do something that basically guarantees that it won't happen, it's like a jinx or something, because I don't think I've ever seen it come true even for basic things that should be easy to guess. I do agree that Nintendo will want some kind of Zelda game for the launch window, but I agree it won't be Breath of the Wild, for the simple reason that that was the launch game for the Switch and it might confuse casual gamers as to whether the Switch 2 is even new, if it's launching with the same game. Unless it's just promoted as a remaster upgrade and not really a separate thing, but that doesn't sound very Nintendo-like. But that brings you right back to what game will it be, and I admit I don't know. But that's why the Switch 2 is exciting. I like not knowing. Kobe, Cher warned you. Just as we all knew at the time, even Xbox fans, the FTC were right and the Activision Blizzard acquisition should never have gone through. In fact, I think Xbox fans are the most regretful, as it becomes obvious what it really means for the format. Problem is, you can't turn back time. I'm no legal expert, but I'm going to assume that the FTC can't get the acquisition overturned, so at worst, what's going to happen? A fine? Something that will lead to Microsoft laying off even more people? The worst thing is none of this seems to have helped Xbox at all, unless you think they needed something to push them into going more multi-format, which I guess you could argue is true. But it all seems like a big mess to me. FUD. Email your comments to gamecentral@metro.co.uk. Fast versus slow. I have no intention of buying Nintendo World Championships, NES edition, but I do find myself weirdly fascinated by it, since it is so far beyond anything I would ever be interested in. I find speedruns to be a very strange way to enjoy a game and find them very boring to watch. To me, it's like you're purposefully breaking the game and trying to get it over with as quickly as possible. I realize I'm downplaying them by saying that, but it's so completely opposite to the way I try to enjoy games. I struggle to believe there's people that prefer it this way. I also don't know where they get the spare time to get so good at just one particular game. I would much rather use that time to play something else. But whatever floats your boat. 84 Callbat, Konamavania. Does anyone else not think it's madness that Konami still hasn't even hinted at a new Castlevania game yet? I really don't understand why they're putting all this effort into new Silent Hill games, when Castlevania is so much better known. I guess Castlevania isn't a big seller in the modern world either, but at least non-gamers have heard of it, if only through the Netflix series. I remember there were rumors of a big budget game a while back, but nothing has ever come of that. If I were Konami, I'd just sell my video games to someone else. They're never going to have the bottle to make a new Metal Gear game, so what's the point? Eelfish. Worldwide.